Pop quiz.
What's up?
For you.
What up?
Because, to be honest with you, you're my boy. I generally back you on this show because we're 615 buddies.
Dang right.
But you did kind of disappoint me.
What'd I do?
Yeah.
With that line drive that was misplayed by Weimer the night before, where you said we had the wind get it. And
the windstorm.
Clearly you didn't watch it.
It was a headwind, Jimmy.
It was a screaming liner.
That was a tough one.
So now you're watching Cardinal games.
What up?
You're a fan now.
What up?
Right? You're a fan.
Yeah.
There was a play that was a double.
Big old
initially
fan.
ruled a homer that was reviewed. Who hit that?
I know exactly what you're talking about because they for the Brewers.
He got it.
The Brewers guy did.
The Brewers guy is a good description, but I don't know if that's
You tried to trick me.
I think we should count it. Brewers
you tried
guy,
to trick me.
Brewers guy.
You
me.
tried to trick me.
That's at least half right.
I was like, wait a second. I go, no, that was the Brewers. I remember because he ran all the way around and they brought him all the way back. They were celebrating to put the cheese on his head. Get on with yourself. I'll tell you what, though. The dude.
You don't want to know the name?
Who is he?
Tyrone Taylor.
Okay. So you know the guy, though, that Jimmy's chirping me about when I said there's a quick little windstorm and he misplayed it? I think he looks like a goofball. He just kind of does. He swings at everything. He looked goofy yesterday. His stance now, remember I said I like the stance? I don't like it anymore. He seems just kind of like all over the place, and he's not hitting.
You know what he reminds me of? Bam Bam from the Flintstones.
He's all over.
Just a big dude, swings hard. I don't know, if you can learn to hit the breaking stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe catch a line drive that is not wind-aided.
I got a pop quiz for you then. You know the Cardinals used to do the pepper grinder, salt shaker, and now they're doing the elbow drop, which I love.
Shake it like a salt shaker.
What do the Brewers do?
Lose.
What do they do?
They put on the old Green Bay Packers cheesehead, baby, after they hit a dinger.
Nope.
Well, they do that. They do.
Okay, I know they do that, but I'm talking about when they hit a double and they're standing on the base and they do their so-called pepper grinder. There's a certain thing that they do. What is it? How dare you guys not notice that?
Yeah, I didn't notice because they scored no runs.
No, but they got some hits.
They pretend to drink a beer, a Bud Light.
Labrador shoved.
No. They still got a couple hits, so therefore I'm really, really dissecting the game. I saw just one time they did it. What was it?
Clap
it's
their
actually
hands.
pretty damn cool.
I think it's called the Brewers guy. Nope.
You don't remember?
Irish dance.
No.
Yes, it was.
WWE.
I believe it was Lord of the Dance.
Late 90s WWE, baby.
The People's Elbow.
Suck it! X-Pac. You didn't see that?
That's inappropriate.
Whatever. That's
Who
what
did
they do.
That's
The
inappropriate.
guy that got a double.
Tyrone Taylor?
I'll show you on YouTube.
Just tell him the Brewers guy.
Yeah, the Brewers guy. He did the X-Pac suck it. He did it real quick. I go, oh, dang, Jimmy. I didn't like it. Now that I think about it, it was inappropriate.
Wow, Craig Counsell stands for that?
The X-Pac. I'm like, whoa, all right, what's up?
Triple H did a lot of that, too.
Yeah, you're right, Triple H. I like him.
I get chirped a lot for wearing cargo shorts proudly because if you have a kid, you should be allowed to wear cargo shorts.
You got to put stuff in there, baby.
Yeah, you could put. You have a dog, you're walking the dog, you put bags in there, extra treats, maybe a little water bowl.
Yeah,
cargo
the
shorts
things,
are utilitarian. Last night, Paul DeYoung, big 2-run homer off Burns.
Dang right.
Second career homer against Burns. Does a great media session. We'll play the sound in a bit.
Okay.
But then he walks out of there in cargo shorts.
Oh, really?
And
I bet
know
you they're
what?
high-end cargo shorts.
Probably.
Doesn't matter.
No,
they are, and they were like camo. But he did get chirped by his teammates for cargo shorts, and Paul was like, I forget the brand. He's like, they're so and so. I don't care what they say.
You could dress.
They're cargo.
But you could dress like there's no rules on dressing at home for the Cardinals.
No.
You're going home.
Yeah, I know.
You're driving home.
They're not in the bus.
So are the Blues.
They're not traveling as a
But they don't
team.
see the public. They don't walk through the bowels of Enterprise Center where everybody can see them in their suits.
Okay. They kind of creep out the back.
They go right out the back.
That makes sense.
They get right on Friday.
There's nobody like just standing there waiting for them for autographs or anything? Okay.
I think America has collectively, and I don't think a lot of people believe it. I think they've been influenced by outside sources, maybe Putin, maybe Trump.
Putin's
I don't know.
Yeah.
But they fashion shame people who wear cargo shorts.
Yeah.
As they should.
I'm not. They're the same shorts. They just have an extra pocket.
They look 90s-ish, like early 2000s.
I was shamed once, but this was like 12, 13 years ago. So
That's
it's
long.
not. No, but my point is, listen, I think there was a time that it was acceptable to wear cargo shorts, I wore them once around my buddies, and this was probably 2010, and they started to chirp me. So
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with it. I have a pair of camo cargo shorts, which I love. My wife hates them. I think she might have even thrown them away. But like 13 years ago started the movement of cargo shaming.
Yeah.
So
I
now
started
it's a
wearing
thing.
Lulu.
So, and I think the same thing holds for jean shorts.
Well, those
now,
are
I
just-
never liked jean shorts.
How about for girls, though?
Much different? Much
I like
different.
jean skirts more than shorts.
Daisy Dukes?
For yourself or
For
women?
me. For me.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that not acceptable now, Jimmy? I'm sorry about that. You're
judge.
making me uncomfortable
I
again.
don't judge. No, but jean shorts, to me, I never wore them, never liked them. So I didn't care if they shamed that. But cargos, you could put them away, then you have a kid, and you're like, I'm wearing them because I can cram all the stuff in the pockets. I'll die on that hill. I'm not going to be shamed out of wearing cargo shorts when I'm going to one of Tyler's games and I could shove a water bottle in there.
I get you.
Maybe a couple of snacks.
Question.
Yeah.
When you're at the game, you're around a bunch of other dads, correct?
Yeah.
So let's say your team, other team. If you're just to walk around the ballpark at the Little League game, what percentage of dads are wearing cargo shorts?
I'm going to say 20 to 25%.
Okay.
Mostly
Hey,
no, because they're afraid to wear them. They want to, but they know they will face ridicule and scorn for some fake social barrier that was placed in by communist China or
It was
who
Putin.
knows.
But here's the deal. I agree with you that it's for utility. I like them, but they don't look better.
No, they look terrible.
So I think everybody would agree that you like if you have your chapstick in your phone, your kid's got the water bottle, maybe you got a baby, you got all of a sudden a pacifier. It's good for utility. There's no way you can make the argument they look better than a nice tapered short now above the knee is the style. They don't look better.
No,
they just don't.
And you know what? Wearing a shirt, like a sweater over your shoulders and tying it together, that looks goofy too.
Wow, shot at Mozeliak.
Well, yeah, it looks goofy.
Wow,
It does.
It's a shot at Mo.
He does it. It looks goofy.
Can we at least agree that if you're going to your kid's game, maybe it's a tournament, maybe there's a couple of games, or you're taking your dog to the park, does it matter that you're wearing cargo?
No.
Okay.
Who's giving you crap?
Everybody.
Society.
Here's Paul DeYoung.
Society.
Okay? The game was tight. It's 1-0. Paul DeYoung says, Corbin Burns, I've homered against you in the past. I'm going to do it again.
And he did.
And I'm going to create a little gap that takes the pressure off. He's a hero.
And they predicted
he still gets chirped.
We should have cut him. They should have cut him, the Cardinals.
And they predicted
That's one of those things I got killed about on the text line. That
you did.
he has no business being in. I was like,
you were wrong about him. You were wrong about Hicks. You were wrong about Kiz.
I was wrong about Dakota Hudson.
Lefty
I was
bat.
wrong about Dakota Hudson. The others, I just said, give it time. Like with Paul DeYoung, you already have him under contract. You know he can field. You had Taylor Motter up, who couldn't hit it all, and he's on your roster.
He couldn't tag either.
Hear me out. He's on your roster. You have Paul DeYoung, who's better defensively. Are you crazy to think that the Cardinals should not at least see if he could start hitting here because he's a plus defender anyway? And of course, that's what they did, and he's hit, and now he starts every game.
Newt Barr can walk.
Yes, he can.
Second best walk rate in the National League.
Oh.
Who's first?
In the National League.
National League. I like this player.
That's a good question.
He's got some pizzazz to him.
Oh, you like him.
I like him.
You've heard of him.
Yeah.
And he has pizzazz.
Mm-hmm.
Juan Soto.
Gosh dang right, boy.
Good answer.
That's
Dang
because
right.
he bats .220 and his on base
his
percentage
style.
is like
He
.380.
kind of gets out there, plays with himself a little bit, get the women folk cruising, and then he walks a lot.
You think he's worth his contract?
I don't know. They're not. They're,
They're
3 games behind
Soto?
under 500.
Well, he was offered a bigger contract, right? He walked away from it.
Isn't he still arbitration? I mean, he's going to get a monster contract.
I thought they tried to extend him, and he turned down like a boatload of money.
Oh, in Washington before they traded him? Yeah, I'm sure they offered him a deal.
Like $340 million. He said no thanks.
He's making money. What's up with you, Cole? I didn't even say hey to you yet. What's up, baby?
Good. Back to you, Cam.
Okay. What's that all about?
Whoa, are you
What's that about, Nate?
Little mad?
Well, I don't know. Andy Felterbush tells me I talk too much on this show.
Oh, now you're worried about Andy Felter.
See, you guys both.
Jesus.
You guys
My
let the text
God.
line. Both you guys. You're reading the text line.
My
You're reading your
God.
newspaper clippings.
Now, Jimmy,
you got to bring up something that happened 7 months ago.
Jimmy gets it more than anybody. Cole gets one chirp, and now he's being a baby.
This is different. We had the dais playing toward the text line by screaming about the Cardinals, okay?
They were
and all I
terrible.
was saying,
They're bad, yeah.
don't be prisoner of the moment.
Yeah, but like they want to feel our emotion too. The listeners, we got to play to their needs as well, and you know that.
So that month didn't happen. They're like, are they 10 games over?
Yeah, they are.
Like that
They're
month,
in it.
No.
That month didn't count, right? Because
No,
they
it
had,
didn't count.
they had a good. Now you're making me bash the Cardinals when I don't even want
There you
to.
go.
I don't
you
even
did.
want to.
Well,
No, I
you
did.
Get him.
Well, you
No,
did.
we didn't.
And they should have been bad.
Yeah,
my
no.
point is,
We fairly critiqued
my point
it.
is, you can't say, how could you Hicks had, well, I said the reason why they're not cutting ties with Hicks now is because his stuff is filthy when he's on. He's not on. He's had injuries. He's never lived up to his potential. But if you discard him now, you're wasting potential.
Yeah.
Now he's good. That's all I'm saying. And I got killed, and I'm an apologist for the Cardinals.
But we didn't kill you.
Stop reading the text line.
Same with DeYoung. Like, no, it makes sense. I don't care like about if the Cardinals say, oh, you're criticized. I criticize them too. I'm just saying you can't be prisoner of the moment. It's kind of what I was preaching to some of the members of the dais. You don't name call. You don't write. You got to see how it plays out.
But there was a lot of moments, you know.
It's still bad. It's still bad. They're 8 under.
I know.
You're letting the fringe vocal minority live rent-free in your head.
And so is Cole.
No reasonable
Come on.
Cardinals fan, no reasonable right-thinking Cardinals fan thought you should cut Paul DeYoung when you're already paying him essentially $11 million. Nobody that actually knows baseball.
Twitter for it. And
Yes,
I'm just
but
saying,
that's a bunch of
the
loud
rent-
people.
Morons.
Just so you know, the
tweet.
rent-free thing only maybe lives in the YouTube world. I don't. When I'm home, I don't care.
Not TikTok?
But I'm on. No, not on TikTok. People are nice on TikTok. People are nice to me on Twitter. My point is that my views don't change. Like, there are things that make sense and things that don't make sense. You're already owing this guy a big chunk of money. He's a good defensive player. Hadn't hit in 2 years. All of a sudden, he's hitting in the minor leagues. Maybe he'll get traction when he comes up. Same with
You want to hear the call?
Hicks' stuff is sick.
No one disagrees with you.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
a
they did
sane
back then.
person.
Well, they
no,
did
those
back-
are crazy people.
Yeah. I mean, I'm reading
Again,
the text.
you're letting like the craziest people
Can't.
on Twitter, text, and
Am I
YouTube.
wrong? It was a theme of our show for a week.
I know,
but
because
it's for
of them.
crazy people.
It's for,
and I love them.
I know.
Is James
we love
cra-
our crazy
King James
people.
is crazy.
A little
then.
bit.
Get a little crazy.
Just
now
saying,
he's on
call
your
him out.
side.
I've said I
He's
love James.
crazy, 'cause
I love James.
You were laughing about it
But he-
before.
but he
He's
agreed with
funny.
you now.
Seth was a hero. He was standing up and going, I'm the champion. The text line likes me.
James is
Because I
funny.
called him chokers. I'm a champion.
What's that have to do with anything?
They were
Getting him
choking.
riled up. Everyone stop.
I didn't.
They were choking.
I'm a champion.
Game 1 was a choke job back there, playoffs. It was.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And by the way, James can be crazy sometimes and funny
And I like
at
it.
the same time.
I agree.
No, I
I
like
agree.
it. It's all good, baby.
James, I love you.
Cole, are you okay back there?
Yeah.
You okay? I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm just
man.
wondering.
I told you, this show always makes me happy.
When you say back to Cam, I immediately think you're working on something,
He's working.
Andy Strickland
Oh.
or something.
What are you
for
doing
Nate.
back there?
Right now,
Yeah.
I was pulling up drops in the Adobe, and I'm getting my tweets ready in case you want to hear Paul DeYoung's home run.
Oh, yeah, I kinda
working.
do.
Well, let's
I kinda-
go.
I'm all right.
Fly ball center. Wiener going back. Still going. Track. Wall. She is gone.
She? Wow.
Gender assumption.
Wow. She.
And then there.
I don't know if I like that.
Then after
Wow.
after the game, there was some tremendous journalism performed.
All right, let's hear it.
This is maybe a little too inside baseball, but I see the cheeseburger phone is out. Are you aware of who the cheeseburger phone is out to call a home run? And was there one for you? And are you mad if they're not calling for a home run from you?
No, each guy gets their own call per game, and they can decide when and where and who to use it on. And if they get it right, they get another one back. If they don't get the call right, then they lose their call the rest of the game. It's just
Did anyone have it on you for that home run?
I didn't hear, but somebody always going to claim after the fact that they called it. You know how they work.
Dang good questions.
Poor Paul.
Dang
No one
good.
had the cheeseburger out on his home run. You don't like the cheeseburger thing?
It's fine. Can I say this?
If you got clicks out of it, you'd love it.
Yeah.
No. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Oh, the cheeseburger phone. Big story. Very interesting. International story.
Wait,
cheeseburger
Jimmy
phone.
asked
Why
the
did you
questions
pick
loud,
that?
though.
Why did you pick that? Because I didn't start with it.
Because I just thought it was funny.
All right. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I just thought he had me in the first couple of bats. I was a little late starting. I was kind of behind, chasing him around, and took a fastball that I strike three that I should have done something with, bases loaded, nobody out. So just try to start a little bit earlier and see the ball out front a little bit better and put a good swing on it. And just thankful that our pitching staff did what they did tonight, and we got enough.
So, should I have asked him about Buddy Baker?
Is somebody in your head again? What's going on?
I know. We just praised you.
Did-
you
make
your faces during
What
it.
happened?
I was trying to
What
get
happened to
Seth's
you, Jimmy?
attention
Making faces.
for Cam.
What he said
Did one person tweet against
I
you,
don't
and now
know.
you're going to think
What's
about
going on here?
No, you're making faces. Did you pick that one? Because he's making fun of the whole cheeseburger thing.
It's silly. Even my wife doesn't even watch
There you
the
go,
games.
Charlie.
How about this? My wife doesn't watch the games. It's fine. She just doesn't watch.
Neither
She's
does
walking
Cam.
past.
Neither does Cam.
It's cool.
I got trivia questions.
She's walking past.
Seen a damn.
She sees the cheeseburger phone. She's like, "What's that?" I explain it. And I'm not going to do a direct quote. I don't remember what she said exactly.
You say
she
nerdy?
said something along the lines of, "That's dumb."
Yeah. Go nerdy.
It's funny because you guys didn't like the pepper grinder. All of a sudden, it became an international
No, I
phenomenon.
liked it last year.
You didn't.
I didn't like it.
Japan stole it.
I don't like it.
Do you think Japan knows?
You don't like anything like cheeseburgers
I
or
like the
rally
elbow.
squirrels or any of that? Fans like
He's
that.
rattled already. I like the elbow
I'm
drop.
rattled.
I like.
When one person,
Boom.
if there's one comment, my voice cracks.
Voice is cracked.
If one person tweets against
Easy,
you,
Bobby
then you're
Brady.
like, "Oh, everybody's against me."
I'm not.
Kind of.
You said it's dumb. You picked that one because you thought it was funny.
Because here's
it
the
was
thing.
the most unique question there was going to be that night. I thought it was unique.
That was a compliment. And
It
he
was
talked
But
loud.
Charlie had a face like, this
No,
is
I was
dumb.
actually trying to get a hold of Seth's attention for Cam.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I was
need to
doing.
get to my notes before we go too far here. So let me check my notes out. Maybe Jimmy needs to go to Block
It's
Dispensary.
time to get your money.
I think he does.
With Cam's Notebook.
Go, Rowdy.
Presented by
Go,
Block
Rowdy.
Dispensary.
Thank you, Block.
590 The Fan.
Yeah.
You didn't watch the game.
Yes, I did. Hey, did you want to give me another trivia question that I got right? Because I'm right here, baby. Let me look at my notes.
You called him
Cardinals
Brewer.
win.
You called him Brewers.
You tried
guy.
it. No.
I said, give me the name of the guy.
Brewers guy.
You tried
Brewers
to get me because you thought maybe I was going to say somebody from the Cardinals.
No, I wanted
So
to-
I forgot his name. I didn't. So that means I didn't watch it. I did watch it,
I just asked you his name.
and I told you it was a Brewers.
And you
player.
honestly,
Brewers guy.
Yeah, Brewers guy.
You want me to swaddle you? Oh, you knew what team had that happened, so you get
Hey.
the swaddling.
He needs to calm down.
It's the 7 o'clock
What's wrong
hour.
with him?
I've talked about
What'd
this.
you drink
Nobody
this morning?
believes me.
He was fired up when
the
I got
7
it.
o'clock hour, he drinks like 47 cups of coffee, and then by 8, he chills out.
Seems
Check
like
him in and looks at TikTok.
And you're making me bash the Cardinals when I don't want to. The Cardinals are playing well, and I'm actually happy.
Yeah.
Even when they lost 2 nights ago, it was actually a good, well-played loss. Even their losses are better, and you're making me come in and make fun of burger
Exactly.
phones,
Yep.
and you're making me make fun of the fact that Liberatore wears his hat to the side.
I didn't like that.
How about we focus? But Liberatore, wear your hat
Well,
straight.
thank you.
But he pitched well.
Pitched
but
dang
here's
good.
the deal: they're playing better. We should focus on that and not the cute little burger phone.
Yeah.
He did it.
I
No,
might
that's
have
all they
started
show.
it.
They show the burger phone
Yeah.
for like an hour.
Now you're ripping Bally's.
Oh,
the camera
Charlie.
people,
Now you're ripping Bally's.
not you, the camera people.
Now you're ripping Bally's. And in the 7 o'clock hour, I live rent-free in Charlie's head.
That is true.
No.
7
It
o'clock
goes back.
is the hour. You know what I do?
No, it's just annoying.
I climb into his ear.
He's right, though.
I put my robe on. I grab a coffee, and I kick my feet up, put them on an ottoman, because I'm living rent-free in his 7
Is he,
a.m.
Charlie?
head.
No, what he's doing is one person on the text line goes, I don't like Jim. Everybody hates me.
No, that's a lie.
Everybody hates me.
You
Yeah,
made
he's a
fun of
real
the
brother.
thing.
That's what I like
You made
about
fun of the cheeseburger thing. It's not my thing. He played the cut
I
about
didn't.
that.
I was literally, Jim.
And then you made fun.
Jim,
Here's a dumb
I do think it's silly. I don't care. It's baseball. It's a,
Don't
it's a
get mad.
6 month
Don't get
season.
rattled.
I'm not. I was getting
Take a drag
Seth's-
off the pipe.
I was
Did have to
getting
get-
Seth's attention for Cam.
Yeah.
He
Not during
motioned
the
to me.
cheeseburger thing.
No, it was about the block dispensary, right?
Yes.
It was about
we had to do
playing
our
the
sponsors,
drop.
yeah. Because Seth was focused.
Look at you.
And I had to.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
You all
What's
right?
next?
You want something to eat? You want water or something?
No, that's
You want
handing,
something to eat?
handing
Hold on, let
the-
me look something.
Handing
Actually,
the uneaten
I might
portion
have
of your
something in
granola
this,
bars.
I might
to
have
Seth.
something in this bag.
Want a beef
That'll
stick?
chill you out. A beef stick. 20 grams of protein, baby. Thank you, First
With
Form.
2 bites out of it. Here,
I
Seth,
know.
you hungry?
So it's like
My cat gets into
it's
it,
like
too.
14 grams of protein. Still good.
Still good, baby.
Couple
Food
bites.
out of Cam's mystery satchel.
Oh, I got some.
Ooh, I like
I
a
got some
satchel.
things in there.
I like a satchel.
I used to have a satchel.
5 scoreless innings for Matthew
satchel?
Liberatore, who
like
was that is a satchel, who was called up as they pushed back because they got a lot of consecutive days with games.
I know what your question's going to be. The answer is yes.
So they pushed that back, the whole rotation. Liberatore comes up. Apparently, he found out Monday. So this was in the works for a little while, but it was a big secret. Came up, pitched well, 5 innings, 6 Ks. Is that shoving?
Yes.
That's close to a
No,
shove.
we didn't. You got to go 7, don't you?
I'll give it to him because it's
Circumstance.
his season debut.
He looked
I think you
good,
got to
man.
go at least 6 for
Okay.
a shove. But I'm not, like I said, you're making me criticize the Cardinals when I don't want to.
I just said, is that a shove?
You just focus on the burger phones.
No, he just
and the hat,
he just asked you a question.
even though I brought it
7
up.
o'clock hour. So
He just
he's a
asked
little,
you a question. Now I got to
a little
defend Jimmy.
defensive. It's a 7
Because he
o'clock
didn't.
hour.
I was curious. I was going to ask that same question. Did he shove?
Well, we're lowering expectations.
Okay.
I mean, it
So
was
he didn't.
it
but
was
he
a
had chance.
circumstance.
A fine outing.
Damn
Fine
good.
outing. Give him credit,
You look confident. He did.
Listen, can I make
tonight?
can I make a pledge
Brody.
that when I get comfortable in the 7 o'clock hour,
Mm-hmm.
inside his brain, rent free, I ain't leaving a cat there.
No, God.
Okay, if I had a pet
I know.
while I'm living rent free, I'm going to take it with me. Can we hear Liberatore and then we'll go to break?
Yeah. We can hear Liberatore.
You think that was good? You were proud of that.
Don't get mad.
Matthew Liberatore called
Not
up
mad.
today, gives the Cards 5 scoreless innings. Matthew, 3 hits, 6 Ks, and he put the Cards in great position to win. You got to be happy about that.
Absolutely. Had a discussion with Nolan about how important this game was last night, and it was nice to come out and help the team secure that series win.
You started here before last year. Was there anything extra about this one? It's been a little while, extra nerve?
No, I think like we talked before the game, just being more comfortable, pitching to my strengths, really knowing who I am as a pitcher and not being afraid to go out and attack guys.
You had said that you felt a little stronger going into this season. Tonight, the fastball 2 miles per hour faster than the fastball you had last year. Where does that come from?
I put in a lot of work this offseason. I gained a little bit of weight, showed up this year a little heavier than I have before. And like I said prior to the game, I think just being built up in spring and letting my body be conditioned that well coming into the season really helped.
How great is it when they call it a homer and it's overturned and it's a double and you get out of it?
Yeah, that was the first review I've been a part of. I'd have loved to have a couple of those earlier this year, but that was a good one for the first one.
That was a Brewers guy who hit that.
Yeah, not the Cardinals guy, the Brewers guy. Hey,
Why do we cut off the last 20 seconds? We always do that. I'm just curious.
Hey, by the way,
I feel like it's enough.
But there's only we always cut it off when there's 17 seconds left. And we have a 3-hour show. I just find that interesting. We always do that.
All right, I apologize.
And it's your work.
why don't you get back on
I
the
don't want
text
to
line?
shove it down. Sure, I'm decent at that job, but I don't want to shove it down everyone's throat.
Text the people that were fixing the stream.
Okay.
We talked to Jimmy here. I know it's going in and out. It's kind of jacked up. I got you, Sharon. Jesus, Charlie, change your diaper today. Scooter, New City. Oh, see, it goes around. It goes around. Guys, your stream's jacked up, going in and out. Okay, we got all that jacked up. I don't think Jim deserves so much criticism. Personally, I love Shrimp Bayless. Babroni.
Nobody's criticized. That's the point.
Shrimp Bayless.
That's the point. When one person on the text on that person goes, Charlie's a baby. Oh, everybody hates me. That one guy.
Hey, what happened?
Now everybody hates
What
me.
was the
First
Shrimp
of all-
Bayless thing about anyway?
He got you good. Remember Seth owned
Seth?
him?
That
do you
was my
say, though?
nickname, and then I realized it came from a running back from 6 years. It wasn't even his own material.
Le'Veon Bell.
I was and I was
That's right.
someone else was called Shrimp Bayless. I looked, it was Le'Veon Bell 7 years earlier.
Shrimp Bayless.
Good callback.
That
Very
stuck.
proud.
It stuck because it
He
was
was
the
very
guys.
proud.
Remember the
it's-
picture?
We're still talking about
They're
it.
still, I know.
Remember the
Come
picture?
on.
Great picture.
So
fun.
it was a big W. It was a big W. The reason is because he played that. I didn't say, hey, the cheeseburger thing is the big storyline. Hey, Cole here, play that. He just chose that on his own.
He's a producer. He's allowed to.
Right, but you made a face like this is dumb.
Jesus, I've said 10 times.
No, you made a face about the cheeseburger thing.
Are you
before the
making
other
faces?
I always make faces.
Oh, get him in, by the way. 855-282-8255.
7 o'clock hour. Charlie is
Excuse
going to
me.
get cranky.
Bally should be ripped. They are a dumpster fire, and they have the worst app ever created, Wombat.
That was my fault. I said I'll take care of the app.
Fix the app.
I
Jimmy.
said I'd take care of it.
Fix the app.
I don't know. It sounds like our app is giving it a run for its money right now.
Hey, it's a one-time thing. Come on. Hey, listen on the radio.
Jimmy? You text Jimmy?
Turn your radio on, folks.
Dude, it's out of our hands. We'll get it fixed. Jimmy always fixes that kind of stuff, man. Chuck.
Yes. Oh, everybody hates me. What is it?
You're trying too hard to hate. Also, how about that Libby start? Scooter in New City. I know he must have missed us talking about that because it keeps going in and out.
Who hated? I said the Cardinals are playing great.
You were like, this guy has no business in Major League Baseball, along with DeYoung and Hicks. I heard you say it. Go to break.
Go to break. Cat, fans care about winning and not the lame, gimmicky crap. I'm tired of it.
And blame Valley.
You got to get on that,
blame
too.
Valley.
Fix the damn app. Go in there and tell the people just to be stoic as hell. No emotion. I like it, man. I like it. Morning, boys. Brewers postgame announcers claim the Cardinal way was in full effect again. Purposely running in the grass to obstruct throw to second. Whiny baby much. Are they from Toronto? Thought they were epic whiners. I butchered that, Sharon. I'm sorry. What is she talking about?
Donovan did the smart thing within the rules, broke up a double play, kept an inning alive. That's his job.
Do we have the clip? Because not only that, but this guy, he was complaining. Do we have the clip, Cole, here? It's okay if we don't. I didn't want to bring it on either. It's on Twitter, though. But this guy also complained that the Cardinals brought Liberatore up as if, like, oh, they did something wrong because Liberatore's lefty and the Brewers aren't good against lefties. He acted like the Cardinals did something wrong because they brought up a good minor league pitcher. And it's like, well, yeah, if you're bad against lefties, that would be a pretty good strategy from your opponent whose goal is to beat you, to throw a lefty who beat you. We should play this clip because it's a really bad
look. We find that because
I don't even know what to look up.
It's the Brewers postgame. There's a clip on Twitter that's probably just about a minute long.
Brewers postgame. I'll look.
And while you search for that, you did something that I think is brilliant right there.
Again?
Can we just call him Cole here? Like, that's his name now.
I love Cole here.
It's not just Cole. It's Cole here.
Well, yeah.
Cole here. Keep looking.
All right.
But don't talk very much.
Yeah, don't talk.
Because one person on the text line said you talk too much.
And he chirps everybody, man.
And also, that was me, because I also post on the text line under a different name, Freedom Rings 03.
Yeah. All right, here you go. It's a minute and a half. Let's go.
Take a run off the board there. The Brewers are not able to capitalize with him at second base. And then this one right here could have ended this inning. Rowdy Tellez finds Donovan running in the grass, Tim.
So several things. The Cardinals way, all draw it up. Wainwright was supposed to start this game. They bring in a lefty. Tellez goes to throw the ball. No, sorry, Donovan's running in the grass. There's nothing you can do. And what happens? Eventually, they just keep tacking on these little anomalies till they get the big hit. But my goodness, all this was set in motion after last night's game when all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's not Wainwright. We're going to bring up this lefty because we know Brewers struggle against lefties. And then all of a sudden, things just fall apart in that way. And I don't know. There was a lot of players running in the grass. Even on the Caratini play in the fourth that ended the inning with the bases loaded, saw a guy running in the baseline. Was that Newt Bar? Running in the grass. Don't know the rule or what could be done, but if Rowdy Tellez would have just let that ball loose and just absolutely square up Donovan in the back, he may never do that again. So
that's dumb.
What a baby.
That was embarrassing.
Who is that?
It looks like a former player.
First off, it also, I guarantee a former player. But here's the thing, too. Like, it also shows a total lack of knowledge. One, Liberatore was a guy, people are talking about bringing him up. You know, the pitching staff, the rotation, has taken on water at times. Seems to have stabilized a little bit. Also, the Cardinals are playing in, 19 consecutive days. Yeah. So you push back your rotation so you don't wear out your arms. I mean, that's such a dumb statement on so many different levels.
And the fact, the Brewers the last couple of years, in the playoffs even, Counsell was kind of the king of the openers. He would do that where he would say, oh, this guy's going to pitch. Then they go opener, bullpen game. That's just strategy. And they did it. I'm sorry. The night before, they announced in the postgame that Liberatore was going to pitch. So what? You only had 20 hours to prepare for him?
You're worried about a young kid?
Well, I announced it.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't want to give you credit.
Yeah, you did, Jimmy. Yeah, you did.
I think it was Solomon.
Liberatore also said this is so. I guess they were off Monday, so he picked up his girlfriend at the airport late. She had a late whatever flight, and then the next morning or that morning because they picked her up late at the airport. He picks up his phone.
Burger phone?
And there's 12 missed calls, and they're from his manager. And he said, I'm either in a lot of trouble for something or I'm getting called up. He kind of knew. The other thing about Liberatore,
it's a good feeling, by the way,
is like he's been up. Last year, I think he had 9 appearances, 7 starts. A couple of them, they really needed him, and he wasn't the guy that we thought he'd be. Wasn't good. Last night, he looked really good. The fastball was dominant. Curveball was good, too. But it literally was 2 miles an hour faster than the curveball he had last year. That's a big difference with a fastball. And he said there's a couple of things behind it. One, he got bigger intentionally and stronger in the offseason to get more leg drive. The other thing he said is, and I found this kind of interesting, he said, this is the first year that I actually was ready to go for the start of the season, even at AAA. He said he's been to spring training before, but it was kind of like just get acquainted, just for experience, see what, the lay of the land is. He didn't get much work. He said this year, one, because he thought he had a shot to make the rotation, two, because guys were gone for the World Baseball Classic. He got a lot of work. And he said, I was actually conditioned to start from day one this season, where in the past I wasn't really.
Actually,
I thought all that's kind of interesting.
His quote was, I could shoot a cannon out of a canoe right now because he built his legs up so much. I thought that was interesting.
I don't know what that means, but
that means you ever been in a canoe?
Stronger.
They'll tip you over. You got to have strong balance. What do you got?
I got 2 things for you. One, the company who powers our stream is having issues, so it's not our fault.
Okay.
We're safe.
Okay.
We're safe. Okay.
Blaming others.
Hadley. I blame Hadley or Putin. Hadley or Putin.
Passing the buck. Also, that was Tim Dillard, who was the voice that you heard complaining about all those rules. He was a 4-year relief pitcher for the Brewers, and when he played against the Cardinals, he allowed an opposing batting average of 346 and an opposing OPS of 909.
Ooh, dang dog.
He's a little bitter.
Little banny.
Timmy Dillard.
Hey, what about the running on the grass? Did you notice that?
Well, I noticed it after the fact when he was complaining about it, but if it's within the rules, I mean, you can't veer off 10 feet, but hey, if you want to use your little baseball Cardinal way, do it.
Clearly, Donovan was trying to make sure there was no double play, right? I mean, it's good. I mean, that's what you want out of your team. You do the little things to win. If you're the Brewers and you lose, you consider that a problem, I guess.
I just think it's funny. It is a really bad look when you complain about the fact that 20 hours before the game, they change pitchers on you.
Yeah,
Come on, this is the big leagues, man.
Calm down.
Like, that's a bad look.
It's not even like a sneaky move.
Right.
Like, Liberatore was a guy that was on the cusp of being part of the rotation. He went down, he straightened things out, and now you got a whole stretch of games back to back to back to back. Of course you're going to try to save your rotation. It makes no sense to me that this guy's chirping him.
Arenado gets 1,000 RBIs.
A lot of ribbies.
A lot of ribbies, man. He's got 350 homers, 1,000 RBIs, under 1,500 games or something like that. I think he's on top 5.
You read Derek Gould's tweet.
Yeah, no, I read his article today in the paper.
Who else is the couple other people with?
There were a couple older guys, I believe.
I believe it's Chipper Jones.
Yeah, maybe
and
Chipper.
maybe Eddie Matthews.
I mean, I'm not going to. That's not the sports page.
Alec Burleson laid down a bunt.
He looked fast.
That was beautiful.
He looked fast.
Not as fast as Seth.
No way. Seth had a softball game last night.
I saw the clip.
What do you think of his swing?
No, the swing
we're
is,
sending it to Matty Holiday.
I'll be honest. I'm going to, not right now.
Yeah.
But I will. But Seth's swing was fine. But I got to give him credit. Like, he gets down the line. He was explosive out of the box. I haven't seen a guy get from home to first that quickly since Mickey Rivers.
Mickey Rivers. Here is the tweet from Derek Gould.
Yeah.
Third baseman since 1920 with 300 homers and 1,000 ribbies before their 1,500th game per Cardinals research. Eddie Matthews, Hall of Famer. Chipper Jones, Hall of Famer. Nolan Arenado, who, of course, is active, in his 1,426th game.